Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Libby, this is Julian, and together we make up BoxedMeeples. Today, on this Favourite Game Friday, we're talking about games that we feel like we've only just scratched the surface of, even though we know that we love them. There's so much more to get out of them than we've actually managed to get played. So, what's your one?
Yeah, so I've gone with Imperial Spells and Steam. We've only played this a couple of times. We have a lovely, lovely fancy edition, like those level 99 games always do. Always look fantastic on the table. But this is quite a short game to play, but there's a lot of depth that goes on in what seems like relatively simple, quite quick to play game. How are you going to explore the map? Where are you going to place the tiles? How are you going to upgrade your train as you're going along? Which different crew are you going to crew it up with? There's so many different fantastic different combinations of those things, that some of which work really well together, and you have quite a good engine going on with your train. And just, I find it interesting, the idea of how different players are going to approach it in different ways and how those different upgrades are going to fuse together. And like I said, we've only played it now a couple of times, and I feel like there's so much more to discover in this game.
Yeah.
And because it is quite quick to table and, you know, quite fulfilling to play, I'm keen to keep playing this now to see what opportunities lie within the massive, massive box.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it looks like a big box, especially the edition that we have. But as you say, so a big game, but actually quite quick.
It can seem quite daunting because of the size of the box. Really, it's quite simple to play, but yeah, has a lot of depth.
Yeah. I am going with Revive. It's a game that sat on our shelves for quite some time, unfortunately. And then we have played it a few times now. Absolutely loved it every time. I love that, again, you're sort of making that engine, the different cards that are around might change different things, where you manage to explore. So that has all that variety that you were speaking about in terms of Imperial as well. However, this also came with a campaign mode inside it. We haven't started that yet, and I'm really interested to see what that'll add, how different sort of the kind of factions that you are as you're kind of exploring this post-apocalyptic world, what things you might come across, what different factions will be able to do in their different abilities, because it can be quite asymmetrical in terms of your sort of specialist power, or what bonuses you're able to get on certain actions. Currently changes, so will they double down on that? Like, what new things are there to discover in that? And there's also an expansion about the abyss. We're going underwater. And what's that going to bring? You know, are we... there's some water on the front here. So are we delving in there and seeing what's in those depths, and what's that going to bring? What's that going to change to the game? And it's one that I've really, really been enjoying. So I would like to see everything that it has to offer.
Yeah, that game's got really lovely player mats, and one of the exciting points is the switch, which when you first play it without the extra rules doesn't seem to do a great deal, but I think there's more to that switch. Like, it meets the eye.
Yeah, and getting your like coloured engine going with all those different things that you've managed to access and get flowing. You really do build an engine in this one, which is fun. Yeah, so what game do you think that you've only just scratched the surface of, and would you like to discover even more from? We would love to hear from you, hear your suggestions. Of course, we're always looking for suggestions for games that we might enjoy.
Yeah, get involved in the comments down below, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking this video, because that really does help us out. And of course, if you're interested in buying games like this one, or indeed this one, good place to go is your friendly local game store. And for us in the southeast of England, that is Chaos Cards. But don't worry if you're not in the southeast of England, because Chaos Cards are a fantastic website, and we always offer a discount using a discount code down below. So put that in the checkout and you'll save some money there.
You will. The code does refresh, so do make sure that you've got the code from the most recent video that we have put up.
But as always, thanks so much for watching.
See you next time. Bye.